7 Simple ways to drive her crazy about you. A guide for high-value men. Welcome to today's video on 7 simple ways to drive her crazy about you. These strategies, rooted in Stoic life lessons, might surprise you with their simplicity and effectiveness. High-value men know that it's not about playing games, but about mastering self-control and becoming the best version of yourself. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. In relationships, this means not acting out of spite, but striving for self-improvement and personal growth. Have you ever tried a subtle approach that worked wonders? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's explore these Stoic principles together. Number 1. Hold her accountable before disrespect escalates. One of the biggest mistakes men make in relationships is waiting too long to address a woman's disrespectful behavior. Often, they let things slide until the situation becomes unbearable, allowing disrespect to grow into something blatant and overwhelming. Here's the truth. If you want to captivate a woman and keep her intrigued, she needs to know you're not afraid to hold her accountable, no matter how good or bad things are in the relationship. Whether the relationship is in a high or low phase, any form of disrespect should be promptly addressed. It's all about setting boundaries and maintaining your self-respect. Ignoring disrespect not only allows her to overstep, but it also signals that her behavior is acceptable. And why is this so important? Because women feel secure when they know they're with a man who can assertively call out bad behavior. How can she respect you if you don't stand up for yourself? If she acts out and you remain silent, she may begin to doubt your ability to protect her in more serious situations. Women are perceptive. They know when they're crossing a line or testing you, especially if they've been with assertive men who set clear boundaries. When a woman realizes you won't call her out, she might see it as a sign of weakness. Over time, she may categorize you as someone willing to tolerate anything just to stay in her good graces, even compromising your own dignity. Respect and affection are linked. Respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. If a woman senses that you're not willing to set her straight, especially if she's been with a man who always did, she'll start comparing. She may think, that other guy wouldn't let me get away with this, and her respect for you may diminish. As respect fades, so does genuine affection. If she continues to engage with you, it might be out of pity or convenience, not attraction or desire, and no man should settle for being a last resort. You deserve more than half-hearted affection. No one wants to be in a relationship where intimacy is offered out of obligation rather than genuine passion. Ask yourself, are you okay with being in a relationship built on pity? As a high-value man, you should seek mutual respect and enthusiasm in your relationships. You deserve a partner who is genuinely excited to be with you, someone energized by your presence, not someone offering affection out of guilt. Final thoughts. Don't settle for less than you deserve. A woman is most attracted to a man who respects himself enough to demand respect from her in return. But remember, it's not just about demanding respect. It's about maintaining a standard of mutual respect that fosters Stoic happiness and a fulfilling relationship. Number 2. Stoicism and Relationships. Maintaining respect and self-discipline. When we think about Stoicism today, we see how it teaches us to remain grounded and true to our values. Would a Stoic man allow disrespect to go unchecked? Would he compromise his principles just to avoid conflict? Absolutely not. A Stoic remains firm, calm, and principled, even in the face of challenging situations. So, the next time you encounter disrespect, don't hesitate to address it firmly and respectfully. By doing so, you not only maintain your self-respect, but also build a deeper connection with her based on mutual understanding and respect. How do you think maintaining this balance affects the dynamic of your relationship? Can you see how addressing issues directly can lead to Stoic happiness and a more fulfilling connection? Remember, every action you take defines the boundaries of your relationship. Set them wisely and with purpose, and you'll see the respect and attraction grow in ways you never thought possible. Comment, "I agree," if you resonate with this perspective, or "I don't think so," if you have a different opinion. Master sexual discipline and drive her crazy. One of the most effective, yet often overlooked ways to drive her absolutely wild is by mastering your desires, specifically your lust. This doesn't mean shutting off your attraction or denying your feelings, but rather cultivating a sense of sexual discipline that elevates you above men who are enslaved by their urges. Think of it like this: a man controlled by his lust is like a ship without a captain, drifting aimlessly in the stormy seas of desire. No woman respects a man who is so easily swayed, who is perceived as weak or desperate. The truth is, many women see such men as temporary distractions with no substance or depth. Look at the Instagram models whose egos are inflated by likes and comments. They reflect how many men have lost sight of their own value. It's not the women's fault. It's yours for giving them that power over you. When you allow yourself to be easily drawn in by your desires, you inadvertently lower your value in her eyes. You become just another face in the crowd vying for her attention. You are no longer seen as a person, but as a number, a faceless fan adding to her ego without demanding anything of substance in return. This dynamic doesn't just diminish your value in her eyes, it diminishes your self-respect. Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies in self-control. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By exercising control over your desires, you elevate yourself to a new level of respect and admiration. Suddenly, you're not just another guy doing cartwheels to impress her. You're the man who could take it or leave it, and this, gentlemen, is precisely what drives women wild. Why? Because you've shifted the power dynamic. You've become the man who values himself, his time, and his energy too much to waste on fleeting desires. Now she finds herself wanting to prove her worth to you, to gain your attention and approval. The game has changed. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about genuinely understanding your worth and refusing to settle for less. When you practice this form of Stoic detachment, you force her to engage with you on your terms. Suddenly, the bargaining price is higher. She's willing to do more, show more, and be more just to earn your affection. Remember, leverage in any relationship is about maintaining your frame. It's about knowing that your value doesn't come from her approval, but from your self-discipline and self-respect. Women are naturally drawn to this kind of confidence. They respect men who aren't desperate for validation, who don't need to sleep with every girl they meet just to feel like a man. Instead, these men channel their energy into personal growth, fitness, and self-improvement. They're the ones you see in the gym every day, building not just their bodies, but their minds and spirits as well. They're the men who don't need to hug every girl they meet, who aren't desperately seeking affection because they understand that true power lies in restraint. The man she respects and desires is the man who doesn't need to chase her to feel validated. Fulfillment through Stoicism, becoming the man she can't resist. A truly fulfilled man is comfortable in his own skin, understands his worth, and knows that any woman who wants to be part of his life must bring more to the table than just a pretty face. As Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." By wanting less, needing less, and practicing self-discipline, you become infinitely more valuable. Start today by embracing this Stoic mindset, understanding what Stoicism truly means, taking control of your mind and desires, and watch how the world and the women in it begin to see you differently. Number 3. Make her compete for your time and attention. To truly drive her crazy about you, she must always feel the need to compete for your time and attention. This doesn't mean you never spend time with her or neglect her needs. Rather, it means she should never feel like she has all of you, no matter how long you've been together. It's about creating a dynamic where your presence is a privilege, not a given. Think about it. If she knows she has you all the time, where's the challenge? Where's the thrill? When a woman senses that she must continually earn your time and affection, it keeps the relationship alive, vibrant, and full of excitement. In my own experience, I have a main girl, but we only see each other on weekends. My schedule is fixed, Saturday night to Monday morning. This routine isn't just a temporary thing, it's a long-term strategy. Why? Because to be a man that women find irresistible, you must always be on a journey, always working on something that fuels your passion and ambition. The moment you become too available, too predictable, the mystery fades. You become routine, and with routine comes boredom. Believe me, nothing kills attraction faster than boredom. A predictable man is a boring man, and a boring man is not someone a woman will go crazy over. Excitement and uncertainty are the sparks that ignite desire. Call it what you want, some might even label it as toxic, but this is human nature, the way we're wired. Women are naturally drawn to men who challenge them, who keep them guessing, who aren't an open book. This doesn't mean treating her poorly or playing mind games. It means maintaining a level of unpredictability in your behavior, your plans, your intentions. It means showing her that being with you is not a right, but a privilege she has to earn through her own actions and commitment. To drive her crazy about you, you need to be the man who has his own life, his own pursuits, his own passions. She needs to see that your world doesn't revolve around her, and that if she wants to be part of your life, she must add value to it. This isn't about manipulation. It's about maintaining a healthy balance where both partners continually invest in the relationship. A woman who feels she has to work for your attention will value it more, and the relationship will become stronger as a result. The power of balance in relationships. Ask yourself, how do you maintain that sense of mystery and excitement in your relationship? How do you keep her feeling like she needs to win you over every day? Remember, Stoic happiness isn't about playing games or being aloof. It's about understanding the dynamics of desire and human connection. Stoicism teaches us that we should not be overly attached or give all of ourselves away, but instead remain grounded in our purpose and values. By keeping her on her toes, you're not just creating a sense of intrigue, you're also ensuring that the relationship continues to grow and evolve. A woman who feels she needs to compete for your time is a woman who will never take you for granted. She will appreciate your presence more, respect your time, and put in the effort to keep the relationship thriving. So stay focused on your own journey, pursue your own goals, and let her see that being with you is a journey worth taking. When she feels this way, she won't just be with you. She'll be obsessed with you, captivated by the man you are and the man you're becoming. And that, my friend, is the key to Stoic happiness and a fulfilling relationship. In the context of Stoicism today, if you've resonated with this message, drop a comment below or simply type "Be hard to get" to let us know your thoughts. Your feedback is the fuel that drives us to bring you more insights into the Stoic mindset. Number 4. Never make love, at least not in the conventional sense. Now, I know some of you might resist this idea, but I want to make love to her to show her my affection. Let's be real here, gentlemen. If you've ever flipped through a romantic novel, not the Hollywood-style love stories, but the novels women secretly devour, you'll see a different picture. The truth is, women aren't looking for soft, predictable romance. They crave excitement, passion, and a touch of the unpredictable. Think about the characters they fantasize about, the rugged, confident man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to take it. That's what they desire, not some overly sentimental script straight out of a romantic comedy. Women are wired to seek that thrill, that edge, which keeps their adrenaline pumping. When you indulge in mushy, lovey-dovey behavior, you're essentially paving the way for her mind to wander. Wander where? To Chad, the muscular guy at the gym who exudes raw masculinity, or Tyrone, who walks with swagger and purpose. It's a natural instinct. When a woman starts fantasizing about someone else, you're losing her, bit by bit. You can sense it, can't you? Her attention drifting, her excitement dulling. It's only a matter of time before she's emotionally or physically led to another man. That's why making love, at least in the conventional sense, isn't your best strategy. You need to be her fixer-upper, the one she turns to for a raw, intense connection, not a bedtime story. When she comes to you, she should feel that electrifying rush, the feeling of being on edge, ready to be consumed by something powerful and primal. This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding what truly drives attraction at a fundamental level. Women don't want the soft approach all the time. They want to feel alive, to be challenged, to be with a man who makes their heart race. That's the essence of keeping her interested. Maybe, just maybe, make love when she's vulnerable or when she needs comfort, but even then, keep it minimal, almost as a rare gesture. For the most part, she craves that thrill and intensity. This isn't about disrespect or being crude. It's about tapping into a psychological and emotional reality. Any man who truly understands women will tell you the same thing. Women are drawn to a man who can be both a challenge and a comfort. They need that intensity, that passion. Remember Marcus Aurelius's words, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If you think like a strong, confident, unapologetic man, that's the color your interactions will take on. Women are drawn to men who make them feel deeply and intensely. This isn't something to shy away from. It's something to embrace. Read the novels they read. Understand their fantasies. See where you fit into that picture. It's about knowing what they desire at their core. When you learn this, you're not just playing a part. You're embodying a powerful Stoic life lesson. It's about understanding desire, not being swayed by superficial norms, and holding true to what women truly crave. This is what makes a man irresistible. It's what makes her come back for more, over and over again. So be that man, unshakable, confident, and fully aware of what drives true attraction. That's the secret, gentlemen, to driving her nuts about you. Number 5. Be romantic, unexpectedly. To truly captivate a woman's attention, you have to break away from the predictable patterns that most men fall into. Think about it. Many guys, especially those who lack confidence or feel unsure about their value, try to win a woman over by being overly predictable. They shower her with affection or gifts at regular intervals like clockwork, thinking this consistency shows devotion. But in reality, this predictability kills the excitement. Women crave spontaneity, that thrilling uncertainty that keeps them guessing. So how do you tap into this? Be romantic unexpectedly. Don't let your acts of love and kindness be something she can mark on her calendar. Surprise her when she least expects it. Imagine this. She's been wonderful, supportive, and loving. She's been there for you, cooking your favorite meals, giving you much-needed back rubs after a long day. And then, out of nowhere, you say, "Pack your bags. we're going to Europe this weekend. Or, guess what? I've planned a little getaway for us, all expenses paid. That kind of unexpected romance is intoxicating. It drives her wild because it's not something she sees coming. It's something she feels she has earned through her love and care. This isn't about being flashy or reckless with your money. It's about creating moments that stir up emotion, moments she will treasure because they feel earned and meaningful. Women love romance. There's no denying that. But what they don't love is when it becomes mundane, something they can predict down to the day and time. Routine romance loses its charm and becomes another item on a to-do list rather than a spontaneous gesture that comes from the heart. When a woman is genuinely contributing to your life, being there for you and showing her value, that's when you surprise her with something special. It doesn't have to be grand or expensive every time. Sometimes it's the little things, the small tokens of appreciation that make her feel valued and cherished. And let's be clear, being generous or romantic doesn't make you weak. You become weak when you give without her earning it, when you shower her with things that require no effort or commitment on her part. It's not about withholding love. It's about ensuring that your affection is matched with effort and sincerity from her side. Here's where a lot of people misunderstand the idea of the red pill. It's not about being cold or cruel to women. It's about understanding dynamics and knowing that mutual respect comes from a balance of give and take. When you understand this, you'll see that keeping a woman's interest isn't about constant appeasement. It's about giving her something to strive for. A woman who knows she has to earn your affection, who knows that your acts of kindness and love come from a place of genuine appreciation for what she brings to the table, will value you far more than if you're always there, always giving, with nothing required of her in return. If you're always buying her gifts or doing nice things right from the start, without her having shown any effort or commitment, she might appreciate it momentarily, but it won't last. She might tolerate it, but eventually the lack of challenge and the absence of needing to earn your validation will bore her. However, if you're the kind of man who knows when to be generous, who knows when to surprise her, and who understands the value of unpredictability, then you're the kind of man who keeps her constantly thinking, constantly intrigued, and constantly engaged. So ask yourself, are you being too predictable in your romance? Are you giving without ensuring it's earned? Consider the thrill of unexpected moments and how they can breathe new life into your relationships. Number 6. Never show jealousy. Listen up, my friend, because this is where so many guys trip up. Women are looking for a man who is solid and unshaken by their emotional ups and downs. Jealousy, at its core, is about insecurity. It's when you're not confident in who you are or where you stand with her, leading you to obsess over what she's doing when you're not around. But understand this clearly. Showing jealousy doesn't make you look protective. It makes you look insecure. It's like saying, "I'm not sure I'm good enough for you, so I'm worried you might find someone better." That's not the Stoic mindset we're aiming for here. A high-value man, someone who embodies the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, knows his worth and doesn't need to constantly check up on his partner to feel secure. Now, this doesn't mean you tolerate disrespect. Let's get one thing straight. If she's openly flirting with another guy in front of you, or if she's crossing boundaries, that's not something you just brush off. That's not jealousy. That's disrespect, plain and simple, and a high-value man doesn't entertain disrespect. If she steps out of line like that, you don't get emotional and you don't start a fight. You simply walk away. You make it clear that you don't need to prove anything or seek validation from her actions. "Okay, it was nice knowing you," is all you need to say as you calmly show her that you're not going to tolerate disrespect. This is where many guys mess up. Women are looking for a man who is solid and unshaken by their emotional ups and downs. Jealousy, at its core, stems from insecurity. It's when you're not confident in who you are or where you stand with her, leading you to obsess over what she's doing when you're not around. Understand this. Showing jealousy doesn't make you look protective. It makes you look insecure. It's like saying, "I'm not sure I'm good enough for you, so I'm worried you might find someone better." That's not the Stoic mindset we're aiming for. A high-value man, someone who embodies the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, knows his worth and doesn't need to constantly check up on his partner to feel secure. Now, this doesn't mean you tolerate disrespect. Let's get one thing straight. If she's openly flirting with another guy in front of you, or if she's crossing boundaries, that's not something you just brush off. That's not jealousy. That's disrespect, plain and simple, and a high-value man does not tolerate disrespect. If she crosses that line, you don't get emotional and you don't start a fight. You simply walk away. You make it clear that you don't need to prove anything or seek validation from her actions. "Okay, it was nice knowing you," is all you need to say as you calmly show her the door. This is what it means to live with a Stoic mindset, focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. Jealousy is a different game and one you should never play. It's when you start suspecting her without any real proof, snooping through her phone, or interrogating her about her whereabouts. It's wasted energy, letting your insecurities drive your actions. A woman respects a man who is so focused on his own growth and purpose that he doesn't have time or inclination to play detective. Think about it. Why waste your energy worrying about what she might be doing when you could use that same energy to become a better version of yourself? Isn't it more powerful to work on becoming the kind of man who naturally attracts loyalty and respect? Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Apply that here. Don't waste your time overthinking her actions. Instead, live your life in such a way that she would never even consider looking elsewhere. And if she does, you let her go. There's no drama, no begging, no pleading. You simply move on, knowing that you bring enough value to the table that she will be the one regretting her choices. The key to a Stoic approach in relationships is maintaining your inner peace and strength. If she brings disrespect into your life, you act decisively, not out of anger or fear, but from a place of self-respect. Can you see the difference? It's not about being passive or letting things slide. It's about being so confident in who you are that you don't need to seek validation or reassurance from her. You're secure in yourself, and because of that, you can walk away without a second thought when the line is crossed. So, the next time you're tempted to question what she's doing or who she's with, ask yourself, is this the Stoic path, or am I letting my insecurities get the best of me? Remember, the best way to drive her nuts about you is to show that you are unshakable, that you value yourself enough not to play games or get caught up in petty emotions. Be the man who is so focused on his own growth and purpose that he doesn't need to control or monitor anyone else. Are you ready to embody this Stoic mindset and live as a high-value man? The choice is yours. Share your experiences or simply type Stoic happiness in the comments to let us know you're on this journey with us. Your insights keep this community thriving, and together we can continue to explore how Stoicism shapes our lives in meaningful ways. Number 7. Walk away from her, at least. Once demonstrating your willingness to walk away from a woman, even just once, can be one of the most powerful moves you make. No woman, no matter how drawn she may be to you, will truly fall in love if she senses that you are never willing to end things when necessary. This is where the essence of Stoic happiness comes into play. Women will often test your resolve, It's almost inevitable. At some point, regardless of how feminine or supportive she may appear, she will challenge your boundaries. This moment is critical because it's when you must show her that you are serious about your principles. She might do something disrespectful, or she might push you to see if you'll stand your ground. Your response should be clear and resolute. You walk away. For some women, this is enough. A single instance of standing firm can solidify your position in her eyes. Truly feminine women, those who respect a man's strength and values, understand this well. They know that a man who values his boundaries is one to be valued himself. However, for women who constantly test the waters, especially those with more dominant personalities, you may need to demonstrate your willingness to leave more than once. These are the types who might even thrive on a man's departure as a game, a test of their power over him. But here's the truth. You don't want to engage in a constant power struggle. You're not looking for a thrill seeker. You're looking for a woman who appreciates a strong, stoic man, a man who knows his worth and isn't afraid to enforce his boundaries. When you tell her it's over because she's crossed the line, mean it. Walking away isn't about waiting for her to beg for you back. It's about you moving forward, knowing that you stood up for your values. Don't walk away and then start counting the days of no contact, hoping she'll miss you. That's not truly walking away. That's employing a tactic with the expectation of a reward. True strength, true stoic happiness, comes from the ability to walk away and keep walking without looking back. Women recognize the power in a man who will not compromise his principles, and when a woman knows that if she disrespects you or your boundaries, you won't hesitate to leave, she will be far less likely to test those boundaries again. This certainty in your actions is what makes you a high-value man, someone who demands respect through his actions, not just his words. Now, think about your daily life. How often do you let minor transgressions slide because you don't want to stir the pot? Fear of losing someone's favor isn't just about romantic relationships. It applies to friendships, work, and all areas of your life. Imagine a scenario where you're at work and a colleague continually undermines you or takes credit for your ideas. You address it once, calmly and professionally. But if it continues, do you just accept it, or do you stand your ground, showing that you won't tolerate disrespect? The principle is the same. Walking away or choosing to disengage from situations or people who don't respect your boundaries shows strength of character and self-worth. It communicates that you value yourself too much to allow repeated disrespect. Respect in relationships. This approach fosters respect and admiration because it shows you are not afraid to be alone rather than compromise your values. So, let me ask you, are you willing to walk away when your boundaries are crossed, or do you find yourself making excuses, hoping things will change without action? Remember, Stoicism today teaches us that our happiness and peace come from within, not from external validation or the fear of loss. Stand firm, know your worth, and don't be afraid to walk away when necessary. In the end, you'll find that this is not just about commanding respect from others, but also about respecting yourself enough to demand it. And there you have it, guys. 7 incredibly straightforward yet powerful ways to make her absolutely crazy about you. By focusing on these simple strategies, you can build deeper connections and become the high-value man who effortlessly captures her attention. Remember, these aren't just tactics. They are grounded in stoic life lessons that promote self-awareness, confidence, and authenticity. So why not start applying them to your daily life and see the difference for yourself? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. What's worked for you, or what are you excited to try? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Win Stoic for more practical insights on personal growth and happiness. See you next time. 12 ways to make her choose you. Over other men. High-value men must know Stoic life lessons. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. Ever found yourself wondering why you aren't her first choice? We've all been there, feeling overlooked while she seems more interested in someone else. But here's the good news. You have the power to change that narrative. In today's video on Win Stoic, we're diving into 12 powerful ways to make her choose you over any other man. By embracing these Stoic life lessons, you can transform from just another option to her undeniable choice. Ready to take the lead in your love life? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's explore these strategies together for personal growth and lasting happiness. Number 1. Build a foundation of trust. Building a foundation of trust is essential if you want to stand out from the competition and make her choose you over other men. In the world of dating and relationships, it's crucial to understand that she's constantly, albeit subtly, evaluating you against other potential partners. The decision to invest emotionally in you isn't taken lightly. To win her over, you need to be just a little bit better in all the right ways, more considerate in your actions, more reliable in your promises, and maybe even a little funnier to brighten her day. While trust might not be the main focus in a casual fling, it becomes absolutely vital when you're aiming for something deeper and more meaningful. Trust forms the bedrock upon which any lasting relationship is built. It's the key to her feeling safe and secure enough to be vulnerable with you. This means she's not just looking for someone who can make her laugh or take her out on fancy dates. She's looking for someone she can count on, someone who won't let her down. To be that trustworthy guy, you need to embody the principles of Stoicism. Be honest, maintain your integrity, and live up to your word. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Always tell the truth, keep every promise you make, and be consistently reliable. These actions are not just about proving yourself to her, they are about cultivating a character that commands respect and admiration. In a world where people often fail to meet their commitments, being the man who does what he says he will do makes you rare and valuable. This reliability creates a sense of security, enabling the relationship to deepen and flourish over time. When she knows she can trust you, she's more likely to open up, share her innermost thoughts, and build a bond that withstands the test of time. Trust is the bridge between two souls, and by becoming the man she can rely on, you're not just building that bridge, you're fortifying it with every honest act and every fulfilled promise. By embracing these Stoic life lessons and asking yourself how to continually be that trustworthy, reliable man, you can transform your relationships and your own personal growth. By embracing these Stoic life lessons and asking yourself what Stoicism truly is, you embark on a journey not just to win her heart, but to become a man worthy of being chosen above all others. So commit today to being unwaveringly reliable, always truthful, and ever considerate. This is how you lay a solid foundation of trust, one that will make her see you as the partner she wants to build her future with, someone she chooses not just today, but every day thereafter. Comment, "I agree" if you resonate with this perspective, or "I don't think so" if you have a different opinion. Number 2. Prove you are a safe haven for her attraction is indeed a multifaceted puzzle, much more than just physical appeal or surface-level charm. While confidence and strength may catch her eye initially, what truly makes her stay is a deeper sense of safety and security. In the world of Stoicism today, it's about embodying values that provide a stable foundation. Ask yourself, how do you make her feel? If you come off as too aggressive or insincere, she will instinctively pull away. However, when you project a calm, respectful demeanor and back it up with consistent, trustworthy actions, you lay the groundwork for something much more meaningful. It's about showing her, not just telling her, that you're a man of integrity. Being a safe haven means more than just avoiding negative behaviors. It involves actively cultivating a space where she feels understood and valued. Use your humor thoughtfully to lighten her mood without crossing any boundaries. Respect isn't just a word, but a practice. Respect her space, her choices, and her feelings. This means no mind games, no inconsistencies, just clear, honest communication. Face challenges head-on with emotional maturity. Life throws curveballs, and how you handle them speaks volumes about your character. Remember, Stoic happiness is about remaining steadfast and balanced, even in the face of adversity. When a woman senses that with you, she doesn't have to second-guess her safety, neither physically nor emotionally. She will naturally gravitate toward you, opening up in ways she wouldn't with just anyone. Let me share a story that brings this point home. Picture a man named Michael. He's a high-powered executive, strong, confident, with everything going for him, but his relationships always seemed to fall apart. Why? Because he often projected his insecurities by being too controlling, too unpredictable. Then Michael met Sarah, a woman who valued emotional safety above all else. Instead of rushing things, he decided to approach their relationship differently. He was patient, listened intently, respected her pace, and made sure she always felt comfortable. Michael embraced the principles of Stoic happiness. He was consistent, calm, and genuine. Over time, Sarah found in him a sense of stability she hadn't experienced before. She chose him over others not because he was the loudest or the most charismatic in the room, but because with him she felt safe to be her true self. Now, isn't that what we all seek in our relationships? Someone who accepts us without pretense or pressure? So, how can you apply this to your life? Think about the qualities you value in others. How do those align with how you present yourself to someone you care about? Are you creating an environment where she feels safe to express herself, free from judgment or fear? Remember, in the practice of Stoicism today, every action we take should be rooted in virtue and self-awareness. A relationship built on these principles is one that endures. When you become her safe haven, you're not just winning her affection, you're earning her trust, respect, and love. And that is the cornerstone of any relationship worth having. What steps can you take today to be the person she feels safe with, both in her heart and in her mind? Reflect on this, because true connection stems from a place of genuine safety and emotional openness. The lesson here is clear. To win her heart over any other, be the man who makes her feel secure, respected, and deeply understood. Number 3. Act confident. To truly stand out and make her choose you over other men, it's crucial to embody a level of confidence that suggests you are already desired. This is what distinguishes high-value men who possess a stoic mindset. Many men fall into the trap of thinking that flashy gestures or grand declarations of love will win her over, often influenced by the unrealistic portrayals of romance in movies. However, real attraction is not born from desperation or the need to prove yourself to her. Instead, it stems from a deep sense of self-assurance and a calm, collected demeanor that conveys your contentment with who you are and confidence in your own worth. This isn't about arrogance or appearing uninterested. It's about carrying yourself with a quiet confidence that signals you're not desperate for attention or approval. Think of the words of Epicurus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This quote underscores the importance of maintaining your composure and not letting the desire for validation dictate your actions. When you project the energy that you are happy with your own company and satisfied with your own life, you naturally become more attractive to those around you. It's about being so secure in yourself that you don't need to chase or convince anyone to like you. Instead, your confidence acts like a magnet, drawing genuine and mutual attraction toward you. This is a powerful demonstration of the Stoic approach, remaining centered, calm, and confident regardless of external circumstances. Ask yourself, what does it mean to truly value yourself and your own company? How does this change the way you interact with others, especially in romantic situations? When you stop focusing on winning her over and start focusing on being the best version of yourself, you will naturally exude an allure that others find irresistible. So, how can you cultivate this level of self-assurance? It starts with embracing a Stoic mindset, one that is grounded in self-awareness and personal growth. By doing so, you'll not only make her choose you over other men, but also position yourself as a high-value man who commands respect and admiration. If you find these insights helpful, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue to explore the profound influence of Stoicism together. Number 4. Let her pursue you. To make her choose you over other men, you must first embody the mindset of a high-value man, someone who understands his worth and isn't afraid to let it shine. The first key to achieving this is to let her pursue you, but not in a manipulative or deceptive way. Think of yourself as the prize, a concept deeply rooted in both ancient wisdom and modern relationship dynamics. When you are overly eager to jump into a relationship, it often signals desperation, a trait that can be quite off-putting. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts," and this applies perfectly here. By maintaining your sense of worth, you demonstrate that your value does not hinge on anyone's approval. This approach isn't about playing games. Rather, it's about being sincere in your intentions while ensuring you don't undervalue yourself in the process. Show her that you have options and that your life is full and vibrant with or without a romantic partner. This doesn't mean you should be aloof or cold. Instead, it means being mindful of your own needs and desires, making sure you're ready to commit only when the connection feels genuine and mutually rewarding. When a woman feels that she has to earn your attention and affection, the relationship becomes more meaningful. This is because she perceives, let your commitment be something special. Your commitment should be seen as something special, something worth striving for. It's like a precious gem. If everyone could have it, it wouldn't be as valuable. By giving her the space to chase you a bit, you foster a dynamic that is both exciting and deeply fulfilling. This method, however, is not about manipulation. It is about honesty, self-awareness, and authenticity. It's about creating a relationship dynamic where both parties feel they have won something of immense value. In doing so, you naturally become more attractive because you are showing that you understand your own value. A fundamental Stoic life lesson that men need to learn. Relating this to modern life, think about how we approach our careers or hobbies. We don't just give ourselves away, we build skills, invest time, and create value. Why should a relationship be any different? A high-value man knows that his time and emotional investment are worth just as much as hers. This mindset creates a healthy balance and makes her see you as a partner worth choosing over others. This doesn't mean you should be distant or dismissive. On the contrary, it's about being fully present in the moments you share and showing genuine interest without coming across as needy or dependent. Remember, A meaningful relationship is not a race to the finish line, but a journey where both of you feel excited to continue exploring together. So take a step back, reflect on what you truly want, and let her see that you are a man who understands what is truly important. In doing so, you'll find that not only does she pursue you, but she also respects and values you in a way that makes the bond stronger and more enduring. This is what Stoic life lessons teach us about the art of attraction and the importance of knowing one's worth. Number 5. Live your life fully. In the journey to win someone's heart, it's easy to become consumed with the idea of making them happy, often to the point where you lose yourself. But here's the truth. The more you make your life revolve around someone else, the less valuable you become in their eyes. Think about it. She's not just looking for someone who merely exists for her. She desires a partner who lives with passion and purpose, who brings excitement into every day, and whose life is already full of richness and meaning. Picture two scenarios. One man waits by the phone all day, hoping for her call, while the other is out exploring, living with vigor. Whether it's climbing mountains, learning new skills, or engaging in his favorite hobbies, who do you think she'll find more attractive? It's not about being unavailable or playing hard to get. It's about being genuinely invested in your own life. Consider a modern-day example. Imagine a man named Alex who, after a breakup, decides to channel his energy into something he's always wanted to do: learn to surf. Instead of wallowing in self-pity or waiting for his ex to reconsider, he takes up surfing lessons. In the process, he not only finds a new passion, but also meets new people, learns resilience, and finds joy in the challenge of mastering something new. This newfound zest for life makes Alex more appealing, not just to his ex, who sees him thriving, but to everyone around him. His transformation is visible. He's not the same person who was once heartbroken. He's now someone who is interesting, confident, and fully engaged with the world around him. What can we learn from Alex's story? The key lesson here is that true attractiveness isn't about how much you're willing to give up for someone, but how much you're willing to grow for yourself. This growth is what Stoic happiness is all about, a contentment that comes from within, not from external validation. In today's world, or Stoicism today as we call it, this principle is more relevant than ever. We live in a time where being self-sufficient and emotionally resilient is not just desirable, but necessary. So ask yourself, are you living a life that excites you? Are you pursuing your dreams, your passions, your goals, or are you merely waiting around for someone to choose you? The truth is, when live fully and authentically. When you live fully and authentically, you not only become more attractive to others, but also experience a deeper, more fulfilling kind of happiness, one that is rooted in your own growth and self-discovery. So take this as a call to action. Invest in yourself, pursue the things that make your heart race, and build a life so engaging and vibrant that whether she chooses you or not, you remain a high-value man who is content, fulfilled, and always moving forward. Remember, life isn't about waiting for the right moment or the right person. It's about creating a journey that is worth every second of your time. If you've resonated with this message, drop a comment below or simply type "Be hard to get" to let us know your thoughts. Your feedback is the fuel that drives us to bring you more insights into the Stoic mindset. Number 6. Know and manage your strong emotions. Have you ever felt that surge of emotion when you're deeply drawn to someone? It's a powerful feeling, isn't it? But here's the catch. If you allow that emotion to spiral into obsession or neediness, it can actually push her away. Imagine relying on a woman for your happiness. It makes you appear desperate, almost like a child seeking approval. This kind of dependence can be a huge turn-off. Let's talk about jealousy for a moment. Jealousy is nothing more than a manifestation of fear, a fear of losing something you value. But ironically, this very fear can drive the person you care about further away. Instead, embrace self-sufficiency in your happiness. Cultivate a Stoic mindset where your joy comes from within, not from external validation. High-value men understand this deeply. They know that the less they seem invested in a way that screams insecurity, the more attractive they become. Why? Because positivity is magnetic. When you exude a calm, collected energy, it's far more appealing than the anxiety or negativity that arises from neediness or jealousy. Remember, these emotions are rooted in a scarcity mindset, a fear that there isn't enough love or attention to go around. Shift your perspective toward abundance. As Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Reflect on this. How can you become more self-reliant in your emotional well-being? What steps can you take today to foster an abundant mindset? When you cultivate joy independently without clinging to external sources for validation, you not only win her attention but also her admiration. It's this self-assured, stoic approach that truly defines a high-value man, a man who embodies the wind Stoic philosophy, living with purpose, clarity, and inner peace. Number 7. Give her space. When it comes to building a meaningful connection, one of the most counterintuitive yet effective approaches is giving her space. This might seem contrary to your instincts, especially in a world where constant communication is often mistaken for care and interest. However, stepping back and allowing her some breathing room is a powerful move that can profoundly impact her perception of you. When you're always around or frequently messaging her, it doesn't leave much room for her to miss you or to genuinely reflect on her feelings about you. By consciously choosing to take a step back, you create an opportunity for her to experience what life feels like in your absence. This isn't about playing mind games or trying to manipulate emotions. It's about allowing a natural distance that can intensify her emotions and help her see your true worth. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future," giving space for authentic connection. By giving her the space to enjoy the present without feeling pressured or overwhelmed, you foster an environment where her feelings can mature and deepen authentically. In today's fast-paced world where everything is instant and accessible, patience and self-restraint have become rare virtues. This approach of giving space is an exercise in both. It reflects a Stoic understanding that sometimes less is more. It's about respecting her individuality and the natural rhythm of relationships. Think about it. If you're always in her sight, there's little chance for her to wonder about you, to miss you, or to appreciate the moments when you're together. By stepping back, you're not withdrawing affection, but showing confidence in the connection you've built. You're allowing her to feel the ebb and flow of emotions that are natural in any relationship, fostering a deeper, more meaningful bond. This is a subtle yet profound way of demonstrating your value without uttering a single word. Moreover, this strategy aligns with the Stoic idea of self-control and wisdom. It's not about the absence of action, but the presence of intentional action. It's about understanding the value of silence in a noisy world. By giving her space, you're granting her the freedom to make a choice that is genuinely hers. When she chooses to be with you, despite having the freedom to explore other options, it speaks volumes about the strength of your connection. Remember, the goal is not to be constantly present in her life, but to be unforgettable in the moments you share. By practicing this principle, you exemplify what it means to live with purpose, restraint, and confidence. Key tenets of Stoic life lessons. Number 8. Let your worth shine. Naturally. When you're trying to make her choose you over other men, your true worth should be evident without the need for excessive effort or show. Imagine being at a gathering where she seems drawn to someone else, or maybe there's a guy in your group she seems to lean towards. It can feel like you're on the losing end of this invisible tug of war. But remember, it's not about forcing someone to fall for you. It's about naturally improving your odds. The world of dating is like a marketplace where women carefully consider their choices, evaluating men based on qualities that matter to them, such as confidence, empathy, and stability. Just as one might compare options when purchasing a car, deciding between an old, worn-out model and a sleek, well-maintained vehicle, you too need to understand your unique strengths and how they measure up to others. You aren't just in competition with those around you. You're part of a broader dynamic where everyone is seeking validation and attention. Recognize your competition not with envy or malice, but with keen observation. Notice their weaknesses, understand their fears, and learn from their strengths. If you identify a gap or a flaw in their approach, use it strategically, but never maliciously. Consider the story of a modern-day professional navigating this very scenario. Jason, a software engineer. Letting your worth shine. Naturally. In his mid-30s, Jason was at a corporate event where he noticed his longtime crush, Sarah, laughing with a colleague, Mark. Mark was charming, outspoken, and seemed to have an easy rapport with Sarah. At first, Jason felt a pang of jealousy, thinking he could never compete. But instead of dwelling on what he lacked, Jason decided to focus on his strengths. He was thoughtful, reliable, and financially stable, qualities that, over time, have proven to be more valuable than fleeting charm. Rather than trying to outdo Mark in a loud, attention-seeking way, Jason chose a subtler approach. He engaged Sarah in meaningful conversations, remembered the small details she mentioned, and offered genuine support when she faced challenges at work. Slowly, Sarah began to notice the depth and consistency Jason brought into their interactions, contrasting sharply with Mark's superficial charm. Jason didn't need to boast about his achievements or flaunt his financial stability. His actions naturally demonstrated his value. His worth shined through not because he tried to overshadow someone else, but because he simply allowed his authentic self to be seen. So, ask yourself, how can you let your worth shine without seeming like you're trying too hard? What are the qualities that make you stand out? Often, it's not about showcasing wealth or status, but about showing depth, reliability, and genuine interest in her well-being. Use your life story, your experiences, and your authentic self as a beacon of your value. The aim isn't to belittle others or to make someone feel inferior. Instead, it's about becoming the best version of yourself and allowing that version to naturally attract those who align with your values. In Stoicism today, true happiness is found not in comparing yourself to others or in constant competition, but in self-mastery and personal growth. Remember, it's not just about being the best man for her, it's about being the best man for yourself first. When you focus on cultivating your own value, others will naturally be drawn to your light. So, how will you show your true worth today? What steps can you take to let your authentic self shine, ensuring that those who are meant to see your value truly do? Reflect on these questions, for in them lies the path to becoming irresistibly attractive, not just to her, but to everyone around you. Number 9. Be open about your feelings. When it comes to capturing her attention and making her choose you over other men, embracing a Stoic mindset is key. Let's talk about a vital step that many high-value men often overlook: being open about your feelings. In a world where games and mixed signals are the norm, straightforwardness is a rare quality that truly stands out. Think about it. How will she know you're interested if you never show it? Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This applies perfectly to relationships too. If you find yourself holding back, waiting for her to make the first move, or hoping she can somehow read your mind, you risk losing her interest altogether. She might be left wondering if you even care, or worse, she may think you're not interested at all. And guess what? In that void of uncertainty, someone else might come along who isn't afraid to express how they feel. Don't be that guy who looks back with regret, saying, "I should have told her." Shyness and fear of rejection are barriers that exist only in your mind. A high-value man with a strong Stoic attitude knows that it's better to face potential rejection than to be plagued by endless what-ifs. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen if you show your feelings? Yes, she might not feel the same way, but at least you'll know where you stand. More importantly, you'll have the courage to express your true self. Importantly, she'll know where you stand. This clarity is a cornerstone of the Stoic mindset, which teaches us to focus on how we can control our own actions and reactions. Remember, confidence isn't about always getting a yes. It's about having the courage to put yourself out there, to be vulnerable, and to be real. How often do we miss out on great relationships because we're too afraid to speak our truth? Open communication builds a foundation of trust and shows her that you're serious about what you want. Isn't it worth the risk to make her see you as the high-value man you are? So, the next time you find yourself drawn to someone, take a page out of the Stoic playbook. Be direct, be honest, and let her know. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it. Life is too short to leave important things unsaid. If you find these insights helpful, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue to explore the profound influence of Stoicism together. Number 10. Remember you have options. Understanding that you always have options is one of the most powerful mindsets a high-value man can cultivate. When you adopt an abundance mindset, you start to see the world as a place overflowing with opportunities, not just with women, but in all areas of life. This shift in perspective is liberating. It frees you from the chains of fear and anxiety about losing one specific woman, because you realize that she is not the only one who can add value to your life. If things don't work out with one woman, it's not a catastrophe. It's simply a nudge from life that your story continues elsewhere. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you embrace the thought that there are many potential partners out there, you naturally start interacting with women from a place of freedom and confidence rather than desperation and fear. You become unfazed by rejection because you understand that it is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a matter of compatibility. Instead of worrying about competing for her attention or stressing over her choice, you shift your focus to the things that truly matter: your own growth, your values, and your path in life. This mindset empowers you to move on gracefully, knowing that there is always another opportunity around the corner. In modern life, this approach can be incredibly valuable. We often find ourselves caught in a cycle of scarcity thinking, believing that we must cling to whatever we have because there might not be another chance. This is particularly true in relationships, where many people feel they must settle or hold on to the first person who shows them interest. However, adopting an abundance mindset helps you realize that there is always another opportunity, another door waiting to open. It enables you to act with calm and poise, knowing that your happiness and worth are not contingent on any single person's attention or approval. If you're not feeling this level of confidence yet, remember that it's perfectly okay. Confidence is a journey, not a destination. Start by recognizing where you are right now and remind yourself that there are endless possibilities waiting for you. Trust in the abundance of the universe and focus on becoming the best version of yourself. With time and practice, you'll find that you attract not just one, but many opportunities that align with your true self. As Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Apply this wisdom to your interactions, and you'll discover a world full of chances and choices, all awaiting your confident, composed presence. By maintaining this mindset, you position yourself as a high-value man, someone who is desired not for his desperation, but for his self-assured presence and understanding of his own worth. So let go of the fear of loss. Embrace the abundance of options life presents, and watch as the right opportunities come naturally to you. Remember, your journey is unique, and every experience is just another step toward finding the person who truly values you for who you are. In this journey, you learn not just about others, but also about what it means to live by Stoic life lessons, truly understanding what Stoicism is and how it can empower every aspect of your existence. Number 11. Dodge the romance trap that pushes her away. When it comes to winning a woman's heart, many men fall into what I like to call the romance trap. It's tempting. Isn't it the idea that one grand romantic gesture, a bouquet of roses, a surprise weekend getaway, or an expensive piece of jewelry will suddenly make her see you as the one and only? But let me tell you something. True attraction isn't about how flashy or bold your moves are. It's about the feelings you evoke in her every day. Think about this. How often have you seen or heard about men trying to impress with gifts or over-the-top declarations of love? These gestures, while sometimes appreciated, are far from unique. For women who are often admired and pursued, such overtures can become routine. What's more, these displays can sometimes feel more like attempts to win a competition rather than build a genuine connection. This is especially true when you're new to dating. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement and feel a spark with someone new every other day, leading to a flurry of well-intentioned but misguided romantic attempts. But here's the hard truth. All the grand gestures in the world won't replace the authentic connection you create through understanding, shared values, and the comfort of being truly seen. Now, let's tie this back to a practical modern example. Think of a successful entrepreneur who's always busy juggling meetings, deadlines, and projects. He meets a woman who catches his eye, and immediately he starts thinking of ways to impress her. He buys her an extravagant gift, thinking this will win her favor. But while she may appreciate the gesture, what she's really looking for is not a man who can buy her things, but a man who understands her. Someone who makes her feel seen and valued even in his busiest moments. What if, instead of spending on an expensive dinner, he took the time to ask her about her day, to listen intently to her dreams and worries? This approach shows that he values her as a person, not just as a prize to be won. This is where Stoic happiness and Stoicism today play a crucial role. Stoicism teaches us that true contentment comes from within, not from external validation or possessions. By focusing on building genuine connections, you're practicing Stoic happiness. You're finding joy in the shared moments, in the quiet understanding, rather than in the fleeting thrill of a grand romantic display. So I ask you, what would truly make you stand out to her? Is it another predictable gift, or is it being the one who makes her feel comfortable, understood, and valued? In a world full of noise, open-ended questions like these can help you reflect on your approach and realize that sometimes less is more. A small, meaningful gesture, a thoughtful question, a sincere compliment, or a genuine smile can mean far more than an elaborate display. In the end, The lesson is clear. Don't fall into the trap of thinking you need to perform or outdo others to earn her affection. Instead, focus on creating a space where she feels emotionally safe and understood. That's the true power of Stoicism today, an unwavering commitment to authenticity and connection, which in turn leads to Stoic happiness. Number 12. Avoid the not enough mindset. In the journey to becoming a high-value man, understanding the Stoic mindset is crucial. One of the most important steps in this journey is to avoid falling into the not enough mindset. When you are trapped in a scarcity mindset, your perspective becomes narrow and your view of the world is limited. You start seeing your choices as few and far between, and any sign of interest from a woman feels like a rare gem that must be safeguarded at all costs. This mindset often leads to a state of constant anxiety where you're overly cautious, second-guessing every word you say or action you take, fearing it could be the wrong move that ruins your chances. But let's be honest, isn't this mindset a prison of your own making? It's a trap that prevents you from truly connecting with the women you desire and from living with the confidence that comes from knowing your worth. Think back to that first high school crush. Remember how every glance felt like the universe was aligning just for you, and how every word was scrutinized and every move calculated. That's the scarcity mindset at work. It's as if you're constantly walking on eggshells, afraid that the slightest mistake will cause everything to crumble. But here's the truth. This mentality only serves to limit you, not just in relationships, but in every aspect of life. Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is precisely the lesson here, to shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. When you adopt a Stoic mindset, you understand that your value does not diminish based on someone else's actions or reactions. Instead, you remain grounded in your self-worth, recognizing that there are countless opportunities for genuine connection when you are authentically yourself. As we conclude this video, remember that understanding a woman's heart requires a balance of authenticity, confidence, and genuine interest. By embracing your unique qualities and maintaining a genuine approach, you become irresistible and stand out among others. Now it's time to put these 12 Stoic principles into practice and let them guide you toward personal growth and happiness. How will you apply these lessons in your relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Win Stoic for more empowering content. Your journey to becoming a high-value man starts here. Thanks for watching.